a galaxy far, far away, students teach you history lessons. Welcome to class course.
Successful effort to control water was in Mesopotamia and ancient Egypt. Some of these old irrigation systems work today. They also had to create large canals, which were major endeavors for the pharaohs. All of these methods were used to control the Nile. Another method is to build dams. Ancient Egypt built diversion dams to move the flow of the water into the canal. They also built dams to help store water. The ancient Egyptian city of Memphis had a large 49-foot wall around it. When it flooded, it acted as a dam. Thus, dams are very important to the ancient Egyptians.
In India, the monsoons provided relief from hot seasons. They allowed for nutrient-dense crops. This allowed the community to sustain a food source and time the best times of the season to plant these crops. These monsoons allowed for ancient Indians to have a reliable food source despite their hot climate.
In ancient China, people interacted with the environment by building the Great Wall of China. They used tons of rocks and stones, which were few of the many materials that built the wall. The wall was built to protect people from enemies. However, it isolated China from the world and it weakened their society.
Greece thrived on olives, figs, and grapes. They also adapted to the rocky terrain and built the Acropolis. Ancient Rome was well known for their invention of aqueducts, which were practically built bridges for water. They also built the Colosseum, which was popular for its gladiator battles.
Islam interacted with the environment a lot, considering that they built Mecca, the place for worship and prayer. One of the successes of Islam was how quickly it spread. One of the struggles was a dynastic struggle brought about the caliphate's demise and ceased to exist Mongol destruction of Baghdad. And Islam was very influential, obviously, because it gained followers very quickly. The Americas, aka the Maya, the Inca, and the Aztec, were very involved with their environment, and a success of the Mayas that evolved the environment was they had a complex understanding of the astronomy. The Aztec had like floating gardens because they settled on a marshy island. They didn't really have anywhere else to put it. They all had a pretty outstanding legacy. The Mayas measured time with two different calendar systems. The Incas was the monument of Machu Picchu, which everyone knows about, which is the temple, Huayran temple over there. And then the Aztec were the first to grow maize in such horrible conditions like the marsh.
This is the Indian Ocean Trading Network, which had East Africa, Middle East, India, China, and Southeast Asia countries involved. The struggles that they had were, of course, storms during the season, and the successes that they had were the winds from the monsoons that would take them up to India and back down to Africa during the different times of the season. Built the largest land empire and made it safe for traders to travel and trade with each other. Some struggles that the Mongols had were to protect their land and make something useful out of the dry climate that they had.